The biting Michigan wind whipped Detective Harding's trench coat around him as he surveyed the scene. The town of Havenwood, usually a picture of sleepy tranquility, nestled amongst frost-kissed pines, was now tainted with the grotesque hues of a murder. Agnes Blackwood, the town librarian, lay sprawled on the library's worn Persian rug, her spectacles askew, a single crimson stain blossoming on her chest. The air hung thick with the metallic tang of blood and the cloying sweetness of lilies, a stark contrast to the usual scent of old paper and dust. Harding, a man whose face was a roadmap of sleepless nights and hard-boiled coffee, knelt beside the body. The murder weapon was missing, but the precision of the wound suggested a professional, someone who knew exactly where to strike. Agnes, despite her frail appearance, had been a formidable opponent. Her library, a fortress of knowledge, she guarded fiercely. Harding suspected she'd fought back, fiercely. The initial investigation yielded little. No witnesses, no forced entry, only a single unsettling clue: a faded playing card, the Queen of Spades, tucked neatly into Agnes's trembling hand. It was a disturbing detail, a macabre calling card. Days bled into nights as Harding pored over the case. He learned Agnes had been researching local folklore, specifically the legend of the Havenwood Wraith, a malevolent entity said to stalk the town, leaving behind only whispers and a trail of unexplained deaths. The legend, dismissed by most as mere superstition, began to feel chillingly relevant. Then, a breakthrough. A security camera from a nearby gas station captured a blurred image of a dark sedan speeding away from the library around the time of the murder. The license plate was partially visible, a Michigan plate, ending in 27K. It was a slender lead, but it was something. Harding's gut tightened. He felt a prickling unease, a premonition of danger. He tried to ignore it, to bury it under the weight of the investigation, but it persisted, a cold snake coiling in his stomach. He found himself watching his rearview mirror more often, his hand instinctively reaching for the Glock holstered at his hip. Then, things started to go wrong. His apartment was ransacked. Nothing stolen, just disturbed. The sense of deliberate violation palpable. A single wilted lily sat on his kitchen table, its petals drooping like a morbid offering. Harding felt the icy breath of fear. The killer was escalating, sending messages, testing him. During his next visit to the library, he found the remaining security footage erased. The gas station attendant, a nervous young man named Mark, claimed he'd seen the car, but now he couldn't remember the license plate. The man's fear was genuine, but his eyes betrayed inconsistencies in his story. Harding felt the net tightening around him. The killer wasn't just a murderer. He was a master manipulator, someone who understood human psychology, someone who could erase evidence and instill terror with unnerving efficiency. Later that week, he received a package at his apartment. Inside, nestled in a bed of dried lilies, was another playing card, the Jack of Spades. This wasn't a simple threat. It was a taunt, a demonstration of power. He finally found the car, a black Ford Taurus with the license plate ending in 27K, parked near the abandoned Blackwood Manor on the edge of town. The manor, shrouded in legend and decay, was said to be the lair of the Havenwood Wraith. As Harding approached the manor, a bone-chilling howl tore through the night. The wind howled like a banshee, and the shadows seemed to writhe and shift around him. He felt a profound sense of dread, a certainty that he was walking into a trap. Inside the manor, he found him. The killer wasn't some monstrous figure from folklore, but a man he knew, Sheriff Buckley, the town's seemingly affable sheriff, his face contorted in a sadistic grin. He stood amidst a grotesque tableau of decaying lilies and playing cards. The Queen and Jack of Spades displayed prominently on a makeshift altar. Buckley revealed that the Havenwood Wraith legend was real, that he'd been enacting its gruesome rituals. Agnes Blackwood, his latest victim. Agnes, unwittingly, had stumbled upon his secret, and for that, she had to die. A struggle ensued, the old manor echoing with the sounds of shattering glass and desperate shouts. Harding fought with the ferocity of a cornered animal, but Buckley was stronger, faster, his movements imbued with a chilling precision. Buckley cornered Harding, pressing the cold steel of a hunting knife against his throat. "The game is over, Detective," Buckley hissed, his eyes gleaming with manic triumph. "You were never a match for the Wraith." Harding knew this was it, the end of his investigation, his life. The darkness of the manor seemed to consume him. The chilling whisper of the Havenwood Wraith, the last sound he heard before the cold steel found its mark.